Hi there, my name's Vince from mymatevince.com, and in this video today we're going to be trying to fix this suitcase here. Now it's been a while since I've done a video. That's because I've been away sunning myself in Mallorca with the family, which I had a thoroughly nice time. But now I'm back, and when I was away this case started to play up. So what better opportunity than to try to do a fix-it video on it. Now luckily it just started to play up on the way home, and I know what's happened here. So with this, like every other pull-along case, you lift the handle up and then you can pull it along. With this particular one, it has got 4 wheels at the back, so you don't have to tip it over to actually pull it along. And what was happening is, on the way there, it wasn't really working properly on all 4 wheels. We kind of had to pull it along on these back 2 wheels here. Now I know what the problem is. This is a very big case, and I think my youngest son was pulling it, and obviously he's not tall enough, and what was happening is, rather than pulling it along the wheels, I think it started to rub along these bits here, and in doing that the wheels started to get jammed up against the plastic here because it was kind of burning the plastic rather than the wheels. And then on the way home it was getting worse and worse and worse, and you can see now that this wheel has completely gone off its axes, and it was basically just fouling along the place, getting hotter and hotter, and now it's popped out. But these 2 wheels here are perfect. So this is what I'm thinking. It will never work again as a 4-wheel suitcase, but to be honest, I don't really use it as a 4-wheel suitcase anyway. I'm quite happy to pull it along on 2 wheels behind me. So what I'm thinking to do in this video is see if there's any way that I can take off these and pop them onto here. Now I have had a very quick look, because luckily we've got a zip here that opens up, but annoyingly they're riveted into place. So if you have a look here, you can see they're riveted. Now I don't own a rivet, and even if I did, it's not going to be big enough to kind of get into these ones here. So yes, with this one here I would be able to possibly do a rivet on here, but the machine, well, the rivet, the rivet, whatever it's called, the riveter, it's the ones that I've seen are not going to be big enough to go in there and press like that. The ones that I've seen, you just kind of put the rivet in and then press the handle, and they just rivet 2 bits of metal together. But what I'm thinking is, if you look closely, you can see that there's this kind of like pin that goes through them. I'm wondering whether I can knock the pin out, and I'm wondering whether this will drop the wheel out, and then I can swap them over, and then it doesn't matter that this is all buckled, because all I need it to do is to be able to stand on it. When I go to pull it, I can use this one here. So that's my thinking. So let's get some tools together and let's see if we can knock this pin out and see what happens, because although it's not an expensive suitcase, it'd be a shame to have to dump the whole thing just for the sake of the wheels. Now you can get replacement wheels for a lot of suitcases, but not these ones, because they're riveted, and that's the problem. But for other suitcases, definitely check online, because some of them, I think like the Samsonite ones, look like they're really easy to replace, because they've been designed to be replaced, while this is a kind of throwaway once it's broken one. But anyway, let's get set up and see if we can do anything. Right, I've been thinking about ways to get these pins out, because remember I haven't got any specialist tools, but what I have got is a very cheap G-clamp, is that called? C-clamp? I'm not too sure, can't remember. And I have got little screws like this, so what I'm wondering is, if I was to place that there and then start to, clamp it, would it come out or not? So I think that's what I'm going to try. I'm going to start with the broken wheel, because remember it's broken anyway. And you know what, if I do ruin this, which is a very good chance that I will, it doesn't matter anyway, because it unfortunately is just going to get dumped, because I've got no way of fixing this. Now I could drill these out completely and then basically swap the ones round from this side, because remember this side would fit here and this side would fit here. But then what I'd have to use is I would have to use like nuts and bolts and stuff. And you know what, I'd be a little bit funny about using that going through airlines and stuff, because I think anything that doesn't look standard might raise suspicion, and I don't want them to be getting searched and stuff like that, because it's just extra hassle. And as well as that, for all I know, maybe they have to be smooth or something, because otherwise the people handling them might end up like cutting their finger or something. So do you know, when you don't know about something, I would rather just try to repair what's here rather than kind of do my own fix to it, because I know there would be ways that you could definitely get this fixed. But for peace of mind, I don't want to do something that could end up causing hassle. Right, this is going to be a bit awkward, because it's going to end up pushing against, this bit is going to end up pushing against there. What I need is some kind of like big washer or something like that that I can put against there. Let me see if I've got anything. Perfect, just looked in my little thing here and I do have one of these. So that will do, I can put that there now and it will allow the pin to come up through here hopefully. This is one of those things where you need an extra pair of hands. Right, I think I'm going to have to fast forward through this because it's going to take me quite a long time to actually get this done. Right, what I'm going to do is, to begin with, I'm not going to put that down. I'm just going to see if it moves. Then if it moves, I might have more chance of doing it. Right, I'm getting nowhere with that, so I am going to use a hammer and just try tapping it on, see what happens then. Yes, look, it's coming out. Brilliant. Yeah, you can definitely see it's starting to work its way out here on the other side, but I think this might be a little bit on the big side. Yeah, it is. I need something thinner. There we go, it's out. That was a lot easier than I thought it would be. Right, now, let's see. So it goes in that way. Let's see now what happens, what exactly that... Brilliant! Ho ho! Do you know what? I wasn't sure whether that was going to work or not. So what happens is, this pin, obviously... Oh, it's off-centered. Yeah, look, it's off-centered. So when the pin goes through... Let me just use this because it's easier to push in and it's lighter coloured. Can you see it's at the very, very bottom there? You can see it just moving in and out. So that grabs onto here, which allows the swivel. Obviously it can't be through the middle because then it wouldn't swivel. So that's how it works. It's very simple. Result. So now what I have to do is do the same on this one and swap them over. This would be much easier with two people. It's coming again. There we go, look at that. Out. So now, pull that one out, you can see that this one's in much better condition. And let's put this one on here and try to whack this straight back in. Now I'll have to go the opposite way, won't I, because of that thing at the end, so I'll have to go this way round. Force it through. It's near enough it. Do you know what, I really didn't think that this would work. I was just kind of doing it because I thought, well, it's worth a chance, and I was sort of intrigued as to how that thing actually, how this wheel worked. But this is going to work. So it's not going to be perfect because obviously I can't run it along 4 wheels, but I can definitely run it on 2, and that will suit me, and it saves me having to bring this thing to the tip. It saves me having to buy another one, and also, you know, it is ever so slightly better for the environment, isn't it, if I can get this one working again. There we go, that's in. Look at that. That's going to work absolutely fine. So let's put this one, faulty one, on here. See, I suppose there is a way I could try to make this a little bit better, but all it needs to do is stand on it anyway. You can see that the plastic's just completely ruined there. I wonder if is there a way I can whack it through. But in a way, what will happen then is it will be used on all four, and then it might end up falling off completely. So I'd rather it kind of like this, so it's just used as a stand. Yeah, that's not going to go through there again. It kind of melted through in the first place. Yeah, I'm not going to mess around with that. So if you look at that, can you see that there's a bit on one side? This side's smooth and this is the side that grips. So I'm putting the smooth side in first. I think that's how it goes. There we go, perfect. Actually, let me knock that side in a tiny bit more. Yeah, happy with that. Right, now let's do exactly the same on the other side, so I'm just going to be fast forwarding through this. Look at that, I'm becoming a professional now. First time. Right, there we go. Look, the two faulty ones, well, this one's actually okay, but you can see it's worn badly here. That one there and there are now at the front of the case, and the good ones are at the back, so it means now it can be pulled. So let me get my trainers on and let me go outside and let's see how this thing's working. Well, we're outside now. Excuse the wind, it's blown a bit of a gale, hence the reason my garden is such a mess. Not that it's ever good, but look at it, check it out, watch this. Look at that manoeuvrability, skidding around corners. I'm well happy with that. That's working absolutely fine. Obviously there's no weight in it, but what a nice, easy fix to do. And what a nice one to come back to. So I'm well happy with that now. That will definitely last, hopefully, a few more holidays, which is brilliant. So, I know that was a quick fix, but you know what? I'm so happy that goes down as one of my best fixes. What an easy thing to do. And it saves me going out and getting another one. Fantastic. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and please subscribe for more trying to fix videos. Take care. Bye now.